Addressing stakeholders at the commencement of operations of the Ghana Commodity Exchange, President Akufo-Addo stated that even though the role of farmers are crucial to the country's economic stability, their welfare have been overlooked, making them poor.
Ladies and gentlemen, it remains an undeniable fact that our farmers, responsible for feeding a nation of some 29 million people, are amongst a class of workers in the country with no guaranteed incomes for their labor and efforts. On their own, some of them have to deal with commodity price volatilities, and many possess little to no knowledge of the true value of their produce. Even worse is the fact that most transactions in the agricultural sector are conducted by word of mouth or handshake agreements. Most often, there are no formal contractual agreements in place, resulting in trade disputes which undermine our marketing system.
President Akufo-Addo maintained that government will ensure that the exchange is used to transform the lives of farmers.
Additionally, government has tasked the regulator, the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, to understand fully the exchange's ecosystem so as to remove any unnecessary regulatory obstacles. Ladies and gentlemen, the implementation of the Ghana Commodity Exchange, including its associated warehouse receive system, has many benefits which cut across all sectors of the economy. There are success stories of economic transformation and improvement in the quality of lives of the citizenry in countries that have successfully established and managed the functions of exchange.
Enumerating some of the benefits of the exchange, the Chief Executive Officer, Kadri Alpha, was hopeful the farmers on the platform will have no difficulties accessing loans.
We will support them to reduce their post-harvest losses to just losses due to moisture and handling. They will be able to sell their commodity by weight and grade and package it to appeal to markets. They will have access to financial markets through our electronic warehouse receipt system, have access to affordable finance using their commodity exchange, using their commodity as the only assets, only assets for collateral.
On his part, a farmer from the Busa North and CEO of Akandem Farms, Maxwell Akandem, appealed to government to set up a special scheme that will give loans to farmers at an affordable rate.
I made a special appeal to the president to try and intervene in the agriculture sector because the current interest rate that the banks lend to the agriculture sector is too high. When farmers go to borrow at 28-32%, they're just working for the banks. They can't make any meaningful profit. And so because of that, the agriculture sector has become very, very unattractive to many people and especially the youth. And so I'm urging the president to do something. At least if they can bring the interest rates down, establish a special bank that will finance agriculture at a low interest rate, as about maybe 10% or even 5%. Many people will go into agriculture and we can produce enough to feed our country and even export. We'll become a net exporter of food.
Meanwhile, the Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, tells City Business News government is bringing the ADB Bank back to its core mandate of providing affordable credit to farmers.
I think one of the key issues of credit is certainly one of interest rates and access. Since we came into government, the MPC rate has gone down. Maybe, I think last year was about 800 basis points and this year about 300. So it's considerable. The question now is how do we work with the banks, to see an equal fall in the pricing of interest rates to lenders. And the reference system that the Bank of Ghana has instituted is helping, but I don't think it's fast enough. And we really need to negotiate with the banks to see what can be done. But I think we also, as Farmer Maxwell mentioned, look to really strengthen our Great Development Bank so it will refocus on its core objective of finance, long-term financing for agriculture. And that's what we are working on, and that's what the President alluded to.
So, with the launch of the Ghana Commodity Exchange, it is expected that farmers will no longer encounter post-harvest losses and will no longer face issues pertaining to low prices. Reporting for City News, I am Lawrence Segbefia.